Welcome to XRP After Dark, exclusive rabbit hole news, documenting the great wealth transfer, nightly at 7 p.m.
Thank you, baby.
Oh man, we got XRP Venture Uncut. Here comes the men in black. Oh lordy. Let me read this. I'd like to welcome everybody to XRP After Dark. Guys, tonight we have a very special guest. Once again, XRP Venture is back in the house. But this time, guys, it's XRP Venture, done deal, uncut. Venture, how you doing tonight, my brother?
Doing great, man.
I'm so happy to have you back on the show, that's for sure.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, we got a lot to talk about tonight, guys. Venture has been on fire. Let me tweet this out really quick and say hi to everybody in the room. XRP Venture on XRP After Dark. And just let me put a couple ducks in there. Where'd my ducks go? All right. Okay, there we go. Guys, I'd like to welcome everybody to XRP After Dark. Guys, we got an XRP done deal back on the show. I am honored. Chris, Kathy, Alex Yeet, Kojo2744, XRP Lifestyle, Thomas, Curran, Alex Yeet, Ricardo, LA Ocean, Yeet, Carl Eric B. How was the doctor today, my brother? XRP Lifestyle, Brian is here. Daniel Roberts, Yeet, Skidman, 3 Dimension, Drake 9309, Crypto Nation, Vikings, so good to see you, my brother. Chip is here, XRP 5, Gator, XRP done deal. Ho, we got an XRP done deal in the stream, Venture.
I like it.
I like that name too. XRP done deal in the stream. DAA live stream, awesome. Yeah, guys, DAA did a live stream tonight. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Venture's video today with the thrifty deal with the 404. Venture did a hell of a deep dive on that also. We're going to talk about that. Like I said, we're going to talk about DAI reveal. Swell coming up. Guys, we got a lot of bullish stuff to talk about. Warning, bullish content. Lord Grey Ghost, Spanish Fly, Danny Loft, J-Way, Nonso, John, Ms. C, Handle, J, Nightwolf, Handle's here, Chicago, Sammy the Bull, Ricardo, Empire, Mr. and Mrs. Mouse, Chuck Real. We got a lot of people here. Venture, that's for sure.
Well, I want to say hi to all of them too. So they're amazing family.
Amazing for sure. Guys, man, I was so looking forward to having Venture back on the show. Matter of fact, let me see if I can show you guys one thing really quick. Here it is right here, guys. Men in Black, back in action. Once again, there's Venture right there, Will Smith. And there's CKJ, Tommy Lee. You know, having a little fun with that, guys. What can I say? You know. So Venture.
Yeah.
I wanted to jump right into it with that thrifty video, guys. If you guys don't know, there was a video that Venture did today with a thrifty auto sales. It's thrifty car rental, right? And it was basically a reference to maybe a Goldilocks, three bears?
Yeah.
And in this video, guys, that was amazingly referenced to, I mean, that looked just like the bear to me that Ripple released on the 404. And I think they were exactly the same, actually. You know, the video bear had a blue jacket on, and the video, yeah, exactly, right there all the way. And to me, guys, that looked like a dead ringer. What you think about that, Venture? Can you tell us a little bit about your video today?
Yeah, actually, there's, the best part about, at least what I've learned about putting out a video is all the comments that come in.
Okay.
that make you think and rethink things and learn even more. So there's some things that I want to add to the video, hopefully tonight.
Okay.
But before we get into that, I want to shout out about Crypto Mike, who apparently has done a 4-part series on them. Now, I have not seen those. I'm determined to go find them and watch them. But I did watch one that Mike did today, where he kind of recapped that. And I think you were on that stream, CKJ, and where he talked about my video and, that I would never want to, if I would never want to steal anybody's thunder in any way. If that was the case, that was never the intention. I didn't know that he had done a 4-part series, or I probably could have saved myself some trouble by grabbing some of that content and giving him a shout out and the whole thing. But it all started with me seeing a tweet that was from the Thrifty, which was the commercial, but that sentence that I mentioned in there, that I read the sentence and they put in all cap letters, just right in the middle. I'm like, why would they? When I saw the just right all capitalized, I was like, why would they strain it that? And then I remembered that I had heard some scuttlebutt in the community about the commercial.
Okay.
But I had never really seen anything about it. So I watched it and I was like, are you kidding me? And that's when I started really trying to break it down a little bit. And because I remembered your little icon, you changed to the 404 code and the little blue bear. And so, but anyway, Mike did a great job. We found different things. But I loved his video today that he did where he talked about it's great for the community because he found some stuff. I found stuff that's different. We found some things that are the same, but we both found different stuff. But you put it all together, and I'm telling you, there's no way that's not deliberate.
Believe it or not, Venture, I actually want to give a huge shout out to Crypto Mike today. I actually watched his channel today. Today's like the first time I actually watched, all of his videos. I've seen him here and there, of course. I've even had conversation with him a little bit through DM. But today I actually watched his video, and I was actually glad I watched it. Mike was really on point. He actually has some really good stuff where he goes into deep dives of behind the scenes stuff of, he was saying like basically when presidents tweet, like when Trump tweets, is there hidden messages in there, and then how do the elites communicate? And then you were kind of breaking it down in your video too with the geometry and all that. I was like, whoa, this kind of makes sense, a whole new way to go in, at that direction. Really quick, Venture, hold on 1 second. Guys, if you don't know, I got XRP Venture in the show tonight. Mr. Done Deal is back. If you guys can please smash some thumbs up and hit that subscribe. I promise, guys, I'm not going to be interrupting Venture tonight. Thank you so much, Brian. I really appreciate that. And it's so good to see GXRP here and everybody else here. And guys, don't mind the troll. You're doing things right when trolls show up. But yeah, Mike was on point today. So, I think you're right on the money too. And then some of the research you found behind the scenes with the lady that owned Thrifty.
Well, let me just make one quick comment about Mike, and then I'll talk about that. But
okay,
I've watched Mike for a little while, but like you, I've caught him here and there.
Okay,
I mean, he was. It seemed like he didn't do a regular show time at first, but I've noticed here lately he's starting to get more software editing and different things. He's got his picture down in the corner now, like Crypto Eddie, and doing different things. Used to be he's walking around his neighborhood with his, couldn't even hardly see him. It was so dark. He's talking in his,
yeah, I seen one video like that too. Is Mike here? Where's Mike at? Somebody tell Mike we're talking about him. Come on in.
It takes a lot to do that homework, and you've alluded to it today too. That it takes a lot of time to investigate that stuff, do that, and put it all together. And so I really, really wished I would have seen Mike's and watched all 4 of his things. I still haven't seen them. I will see them. I did chat with him today, and he chatted with me back through through that stream he did today. I saw it after. I wasn't on the live stream, but I watched it after. But I think the way he did it was really great. And I hope he knows that I would never deliberately mean to do that. I would rather have him on the show right now with us, laughing and joking, and we're just all finding stuff that's crazy stuff.
You let the cat out the bag. I'm actually going to try to get Mike on the show for this Tuesday. Oh, did I beat Venture to it? No, I'm just joking, Venture. I'm just joking. No, I'm pretty sure Mike would be more than willing to come on your show or my show. We know it's whatever. So
can I share a few things with you since the video came out that people have shared with me?
I'm all ears. Let's hear it, Venture. That's why I got you here. CKJ and Venture teamwork. Whitefly, thank you.
Certainly Mike had stuff, but I can't remember his stream today that when he recapped it, the things that he pointed out, other than, we caught some of the same things. But some of the things that I didn't point out, and I'd like to go redo the video and add them, that somebody pointed out. I think the first one that I didn't catch that somebody shared with me today was that Unbearable.
Okay.
Too Shabby. That Unbearable.
Okay.
Is a Suzuki from the 1970s. Okay. Suzuki is the ones they make. One of their models is Swift. That first one, that's what's unbearable, is Swift. It's an old clunky system that's.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
That was a Suzuki Jimmy or whatever it was. The door fell off in that video.
Okay.
But Suzuki makes a model called Swift.
Wow.
So to show Suzuki in the 70s, it's too shabby and broken down and just it doesn't cut it, doesn't get it done. That I thought was a great pickup.
I think that's exactly right on the money with even what Brad Garlinghouse was saying. Compared it to an old school Model T versus
Sure.
XRP is the Lamborghini.
Yeah. Well, and then
but in the commercial they said too expensive. But
yeah, well, in the next one, is that he sees the Lamborghini and he says, too much. Both Mike and I caught that was Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Bear the cost was the sign up above it, BTC. So that was clearly Bitcoin. So the first reference is for Swift antiquated system. The second one is obviously BTC. And then what's the third one? He sees the Jeep, right? And this is just right. He's all excited. Well, another thing somebody pointed out to me today that I thought was freaking awesome is that Jeeps are considered utility vehicles.
Oh, yeah. I heard that afterwards, too. I was like, wow, utility, all-terrain, ODL, everything, all under one roof, right?
Yeah. But, I mean, each one of those, come on, how do you set that up without being deliberate about it?
That's just way too much of a coincidence.
And then to find out, Catherine Marlinio has got a 25, 30-year history in banking and electronics payment systems.
Wow.
She knows Ripple.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. That's for sure. There's no doubt about that. Now, what about in the video where it said 30 cent on the card? Now, did you put the 30 cent on there in that video? Okay, yeah, I was going to say, because I could swear that looked real. I was going back looking for that in the video myself. I was like, whoa, is it 30 cent to rent the car? It's like some kind of deal?
No, they're making an analogy. They can get this utility for that much, for that little, because they can take this XRP for 30 cents now and for all intents and purposes, blow the price up like Digital Asset Investor did in his video the other day where he's talking about showed, $5,000 a coin and what that would do to world debts. And I don't know if you saw that one.
No,
I'm sure a lot of people saw that one. But it was the first time Digital Asset Investor, I've seen him really come out and talk about a big number, a 4-digit number on XRP other than, hopeful or wishful. But he broke out his Excel spreadsheet and
for real? I seen a video Digital Asset Investor did a while back about XRP and how he broke it down with the numbers and how you only have to have so much XRP to make some. I mean, the way he broke this one video down, it was amazing. I know you guys remember this video. It was about 6 months ago, maybe. He did a hell of an analogy video on the price where you don't got to have a lot of XRP to benefit big time, because depending on what the price is going to go to, that's for sure. I cannot
So
thank you enough, GXRP. Thank you so much, G. I appreciate that. And I knew Crypto Mike was a good guy because I seen GXRP in there saying Crypto Mike is a good guy. So he vouched for him all day. Everybody's vouching for him. Crypto Mike is an awesome dude. Yeah, I just want to give a quick shout out to Crypto Mike Venture, that's for sure. And Danny Loft, I think he has a question for you, Venture. Danny Loft, Venture, love the video, but the part of the U.S. dollar status will fall due to Dems all impeachment and no regulation coming through. IMF said would hold an SDR when the country uses. Well, China wins.
this is where you're at a
Thank
party
you,
with.
Danny.
This is when you're at a party with Danny. It's a pool party, and you just push Danny in the pool. Danny, Anyway,
Danny, I love Danny. He's always up. Danny loves to have fun.
Danny's awesome. So the other part about that video, the kind of pertains to what Danny was just talking about, that I think is different. In the video, I said that I thought the U.S. might use XRP, and XRP would be tied to gold and so on. But here's how I think now it's really going to go.
Okay.
I have to keep. Okay. This is what I think is really going to happen. And we can date stamp this right now, see if I'm right. But here's what I think is really going to happen with XRP and these different countries around the world. Back to Walmart.
This is Venture Uncut, guys. This is Venture Uncut and Bullish tonight. Tell us, Venture.
I'm bullish, yeah. But everybody's going to have their own currency. China, Russia, and the U.S. I believe at least the major ones, probably the G7, at least them, I believe they will all tie it to gold. I believe that's important because I think that's how they sell it to the populace, to their constituents, to whatever. Look, I know you see Warren Buffett runs around talking about how this is magic internet money. So these politicians have they have to have a way to sell it. The way you sell it is, look, yes, we're going to have our own digital coin, but it's not magic internet money. We're backing it to gold. We should have never gone off the gold standard anyway. So anyway, I think those are just internal agreements. I think, when they go to Jackson Hole, they all sit around, they decide they're going to have these digital trade agreements like Trump did in Japan 4 months ago. Remember, we're going to sell them lots of corn and agriculture or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. But by the way,
working on the digital economy and our digital trade agreement, and does the same thing with China. Man, our farmers, we did a deal for a term. By the way, big for finance too. Big trade deal, our digital trade deals.
Yeah.
Well, digital trade. So this thing's coming, but I think everybody has, all the major countries, even the smaller countries, I believe, will have their own currency, but they may not back it to gold. But I think all the major ones will. In my video, I said that XRP might be tied to gold. I don't think that's true. I don't think it'll need to be.
Okay.
I think the walled gardens need to be tied to gold so that the people believe that that's worth something.
Okay.
I think XRP will get its value. Right now, Bitcoin's worth $10,000 a piece, and it does nothing.
You got that right.
So if XRP solves some world debt, like Digital Assets Investors video the other day, or if it solves liquidity problems and keeps and speeds up, and we got faster payments and whatever, XRP doesn't need to be tied to gold. XRP will have the notoriety. It'll just be in sheer, like I've said before, it'll be to payments what Google is to search. If millions and billions of micro payments being paid out on Coil and all kinds of other platforms.
Yeah, exactly.
It's taking Swift's volume as a partnership with Swift or R3 or whatever, XRP flying across the world, remittance settlements every day. XRP won't need to be tied to gold. But I think that I definitely think the world currencies are, and I think it's part of their global currency reset that you hear a lot of talk about, and I've shared that with you before. There's a whole other communities that aren't the communities that are really rooting for this reset because they have dinars and zims, these other currencies that they're hoping when it resets that they bought on eBay for $100 and I'm not mocking it at all. I think, I hope it works for them. I want every family in the world that can go from 0 to 100 in their finances. I want that to happen for them.
Exactly. That's what I would love to see myself. I want everybody to benefit from this. That's for sure.
Right. So, so that other community, they're not so much into digital assets as much as this whole reset. But the reset is tied to paying off the world debt and what have you. And what Digital Asset Investor shared the other morning,
okay,
was the idea that, look, if you give, we owe 1.2 trillion to the U.S. owes 1.2 trillion to Japan, 1.2 trillion to China. Okay, let's say that they were allocated $1 billion XRP out of the escrow fund. Okay, and then they get, all of a sudden, XRP is now a value is placed on XRP of $5,000 a coin.
Bullish.
Now, Japan wanted their 1.2 trillion, but they got $1 billion in XRP that's now worth $5,000 a coin. That's actually 5 trillion. What do they care about the 1.2 trillion if they have 5 trillion in XRP? That's how everybody forgives the debt.
Damn. I think William James said you got the candle going up right now, Venture. I like the way that sounds, actually. It all makes sense. Big time.
Yeah. So that's how they're going to, in what I really believe, I think we're going to, I've worried that we're going to have a crash. And I've even said that, they'll roll this out when we have a crash or just before or whatever. I think they're going to avoid a crash. I think they're going to do this the first quarter of next year. And dang it, Handle, you out there somewhere?
Handle's out there.
He called me today and was telling me about, he's doing some research and hopefully he can get that. He can find that. But he thinks too, if you're not following Handle, follow Handle. That's literally Handle. Anyway, great guy. But he was telling me today that he thinks there's some information out there that this could happen first quarter. If they roll this out first quarter, I could see Donald Trump, these guys all have their own deals. Trump has to run the U.S. Trump wants to win the election. But if they roll this out in February, that they've got digital trade agreements signed with all the G7s all around the world, all these big players have all signed digital trade agreements. We already know, China and Japan are on board. And we already know that those are the leaders in digital assets and crypto.
CKJ.
CKJ. So, but then, where the heck was I going, man? Where was I?
Telling us how amazing Handle was.
No, so who?
Handle showed up. He's here.
Handle's amazing. No, I was saying if they roll this out and do this debt forgiveness and do the allocation, if the IMF, if there's an announcement that the IMF can now hold, because the first part of my video was all about that last sentence.
Okay.
Some country has to use XRP as a currency before the IMF can hold it according to their legal framework.
Okay.
So they can't hold it right now because no country uses it as a currency. But if all of these digital trade agreements in the G7 agree to use XRP as a currency,
okay,
IMF is now legally allowed to hold that digital asset.
Damn. I think Venture turned the market green, guys. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Bullish Green Stream. The market is on fire, just like you guys said in the stream. And I think Venture, I think you're talking so bullish that you made the market go up, Venture. Yeah, everybody's looking now, guys. I think we're going to bust. It's time for that XRP burst. While you guys are looking at the price real quick. XRP Chicago. Lord Greg goes, good to see you. Guys, Venture's right on the money with what he's saying. I can't thank Venture enough for tuning in. I really appreciate that. XRP Chicago. I waited for 20 minutes in the line at Walmart Payment Center for a money order. So many people there sending money back home. XRP will change everything. XRP Chicago, it's so ironic that you said that. I don't know if you guys saw my tweet today. No, I got a horrible memory. No, I don't know if we covered it. I should have waited because I wanted to do the video. But I took a picture today of Walmart to World. It said it runs on RIA. MoneyGram runs Walmart. What's it? MoneyGram MoneyGram is powered by Ripple, of course. Or no, how in Walmart's world it said powered by Rhea, which Rhea is a Ripple partner, and that was actually flashed right on the wall today. So I'm like, whoa, there's right there proof that Walmart's world runs on Ripple, like clear as day. And I actually took the picture and said, wow, investment of opportunity of a lifetime right in front of people and they don't even see it. That's for sure. So Chicago, you're right on the money with that. GXRP, you're the man, my brother. Thank you all for being here. Priceless. Thank you, GXRP. I really appreciate that, my brother. You guys you're amazing. CKJ, you bleed XRP, brother. You and Venture are amazing. You know I had to add that on there, Dustin. Thank you so much, Dustin. What was you saying, Venture? They said, well, Venture, in your theory, will XRP be set? And this is from my brother Brian. Venture, in your theory, will XRP be set to the price right away, or will there be multiple price jumps? What's your thoughts on that, Venture?
Well, like I said in my video, I made a big to-do about the fact that I thought it would be tied to gold, and that it would be tied to the real price of gold. You see, that debt clock, when you look at that, this is something Handel and I have talked about, that, there's the price of what gold would buy you in 1913.
Okay.
And then there's, if you could buy the same stuff today, what would that price be? And so that clock is constantly going. And so for it to be worth what it was worth in 1913, gold should be valued at $6,700.
Okay, that's
interesting. Not $1,500. Okay. So that was one part of it, but I now don't think Ripple will be tied to gold. I think the walled gardens will be tied to gold. Okay. I don't think Ripple needs it anymore now that I think this through even more. I don't think, and some guy sent a text and he made a good point, and I still need to do the math. One of the comments that came in that was, negative about, like, you guys are lost your mind and, all that stuff.
I get that all the time.
Was, one guy, but he makes a good point. He says, look, there's 100 billion XRP. There's not 100 billion ounces of gold. Now, I don't know if that's true, but I do know in this other community I was telling you about the reset.
Okay.
One of the things I remember hearing over there was that the part of the global reset was that they would get credit for gold that has not yet been mined, that they have a way of estimating how much gold a country has.
Wow.
That has not, based on mining that they've done over the years or whatever. So countries could get a value based on, just like oil that's in Saudi Arabia or in the U.S. now.
Exactly.
They can kind of guesstimate how many billions of barrels are available. So there may be 100 billion. I just haven't done that math yet. But either way, I still, even reading his comment is what made me think about it. XRP wouldn't have to be anyway. It's going to become, everybody's going to know the name Ripple, and everybody's going to know what XRP is, just like everybody knows what a US dollar is, or a yen or whatever. It's going to be a currency that everybody's familiar with. And the fact that everybody wants it everywhere
exactly
is going to bring the price up all by itself without gold.
Woo.
I think
Handel says, thank you, CKJ, for bringing us all together. Venture is a true legend. I agree with you big time, Venture. I can't thank you enough for coming. And Venture, you're getting so much love in this audience, guys. Venture's link of it, his channel, link in the description for his channel and his Twitter, and handles in the description also, guys. But yeah, I can't thank you enough, Venture, for coming on, that's for sure. Well, I love the way you think, Venture. Ripple Skill Scan.
But, I'm 100 years old, and I'm everybody else. I mean, this is, I've got a lot of eggs in this basket too. And so I'm doing in doing this, I'm just, in my opinion, doing my own due diligence.
Exactly.
I'm trying to find out if this thing's real. That commercial, I'm telling you, there's no way knowing who, okay, well, I'll finish that sentence. There's no way that wasn't deliberate, and that CEO didn't know what was happening with that. You don't spend $3 million or $10 million producing a commercial and then $75 million putting it out on the air without a reason.
That commercial, it was such detail too. I got the video. I mean, I'm not gonna show it, but just such detail with the bear and the jacket, and
Yeah.
I can just.
Well, it's called hiding in plain sight.
Okay.
And like Crypto Mike will tell you, you know, it's subliminal messaging. How many have not gone to the old drive-in movie theater? Well, none of you have, but you'd go to the movie theater and they'd be half a second flashing a Coke and popcorn on the screen, and you didn't even know you saw it. It's subliminal messaging.
Exactly. I'm showing the video behind you right now while you're talking.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so I'm just trying to find out myself, because it's that we're even on this journey together, and what is going to happen. But I started my video with that clip of Brad and that IMF lawyer.
Guys, I'm sorry, Venture, not to cut you off. Guys, that's the main reason I wanted to bring Venture back on the show today. What we're talking about is the video Venture did today. I think it was called Gold 7500. I actually wrote it down. It was the video XRP Venture did today, guys. You got to check it out. I believe it's one of his best videos so far. Well, I don't know they're all so good, but he does some really good editing. He has some really good facts, some really good rabbit hole research. You guys definitely want to check out that video today. That's for sure.
Well, thank you. That's cool.
Thank you, Venture.
You. Anyway, I don't know where I was at.
It's called, let me see. It's called, I'll tell you the Venture. It's called, right here, guys, most controversial XRP video yet. XRP equals gold 7600. And look at Venture. Woo! He is on fire in this video, guys. And I did put it in the description. That's for sure. Dun, 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 dun. And
well, me and Crypto Mike are going to do one together.
Good idea. I like to see that.
I think we can collaborate and do a deep dive together.
I like to see that.
I heard today he gave you credit for even starting to do deep dives. You said that you were the one that kind of inspired him to do that.
Who, Digital Asset Investor or Crypto Mike?
Crypto Mike said that you inspired. Digital Asset Investor doesn't really do the deep dives. He reports. He's the news.
He used to do deep dives.
Yeah?
Yeah. He used to be like the rabbit hole research guy when he first started.
But now he's bombarded with so much information, he just takes the cream.
Yeah. Now he gets like, the Twitter. He gets some really good tweets from the community. I mean, he has a hell of a show, that's for sure.
There's a lot of smart people out there.
Yeah, a lot of good people. Crypto Mike too. Like I said, I really enjoyed his video today. Did Crypto Mike show up yet or what? I think, yep, Crypto Mike is here right now. Things are starting to get fun. Yeah, actually, Crypto Mike, we were just talking about you, bro. After my morning stream, when you said you were live streaming, so I said, okay, let me go check Mike's channel out. And actually, bro, I'm like really glad I watched your channel. I didn't know that you go that deep with stuff. I was like kind of surprised. Today,
He goes the deepest.
Yeah, he was like really taking it there. He was like basically, with the subliminal messages, and this is how the elites communicate, and we're gonna have this word, but it's gonna be capitalized, and then we're gonna have this. I mean, actually, Crypto Mike had me there. I was like, whoa. So yeah, way to go, Mike. It's for sure. Today I could actually watch your video without being, sidetracked today. So, and guess what, guys? Link in the description for Crypto Mike's channel also. That's for sure. And I see my brother GXRP in there also saying, Crypto Mike. So Crypto Mike must be a good dude. That's for sure.
Definitely a good dude.
I think I missed somebody real quick. Handle. Okay, I read that one right there. Yeah, Handle. Thank you for bringing us all together. He's a true legend. Yeah, that's for sure. So much positivity in the community. There's nothing like it. Oh, Crypto Mike, you got that right. Matter of fact, Venture just said that maybe you and Crypto Mike and Venture could do a collab together, and and you guys both discuss, because I guess you guys both understand the geometry, and there's two different forms you guys said, and something like that.
The stuff that Mike's telling you is right. That is what they do. It's not anything new. In fact, it's very, very old. He's just sharing it with people that aren't aware that it's actually happening right there in plain sight. And it's And there's another whole community of people that follow these Q posts that are talking about the politics of the day, that are communicating through that. You count the number of capital letters in the paragraph and what have you, and they all have a numerical value and so on. Anyway, there is a way of decoding that. Mike's pretty dang good at it.
I believe that too, because I remember when I did a video on I think it was Skull and Bones, like Skull and Bones. Stephen Mnuchin's a Skull and Bones member. There's a bunch of and they said basically once you become a Skull and Bones member, you get the Skull and Bones handbook, and it's your secret guide. And I'm pretty sure Crypto Mike could crack that code in that book. That's for sure. The way Mike was talking today. Mike's an amazing guy. Southside P215. XRP is going to be the new financial system. And I think we all can agree on that, guys. I think we all can agree. I think XRP is definitely going to be the new financial system. There's just too many elites now. Too many elites in the play. I mean, the information the other day with Greg Phillips from the Treasury Department, who joined Ripple. I'm like, wow, thank you so much, Southside. I really appreciate that. All the love for venture. Guys, what about the, I hate to jump subjects real quick. What about DAI's first live stream? Guys, if you don't know, digital asset investor, we can hop back and forth. I mean, I think this is kind of the elephant in the room. I mean, this is huge, guys. Digital asset investor just had a live stream from Vegas, and what happened? Oh, Danny Loft is here. What up, Danny? Trump uses geometry in his tweets. Matter of fact, we'll come back to that. We'll talk about that too, because I actually want to talk about what Crypto Mike was saying. Here's Venture's back now. So guys, so basically Digital Asset said he was going to do his first live stream. No, I didn't know if it was going to be a face reveal or not. That's what you guys were telling me in the morning stream. You're like, oh, tonight DAI face reveal, face reveal. And so we tuned in, and I guess it wasn't Digital Asset Investor. It was, I guess it was the oh yeah. Oh man. Oh, the stick figure with the cowboy. Oh man, he put a cowboy hat on it. Oh man, that's a really good drawing actually, with the cowboy hat and all. I can say as Venture's a funny guy, guys. But I can say one thing: Digital Asset Investor really did catch me off guard. He's a funny dude. He actually really surprised me. He had a really good sense of humor though, and you know, so what did you guys think about that, guys? The XRP me. Oh yeah, guys, and thank you. Huge shout out to everybody that gave me love in that stream. Wow, I was blown away. I was like, whoa, Ms. C, my brother right here, XRP me. Oh man, there was a bunch of people in there. Thank you guys so much,
including Digital Asset Investor.
Oh yeah, guys, DAI gave me a shout out. Basically, you know, I sent a super chat and he said, "Oh, CKJ, that he streams twice a day and that guy works hard." And I was like, "Word, oh man!" I was honored. I was honored. And guys, guess what? He gave XRP Venture a shout out too. He said Venture tried to get up with him, and it looks like Venture may be able to get Digital Asset on the show. What do you think, Venture?
We're gonna get him. I sent him a DM last week and basically said, "Come on, man, you're going to Swell.
Okay.
Everybody's gonna know who you are. Let's do a reveal show." And he thanked me for the invitation and all that, but said that probably later, but right now he didn't want to. He wasn't ready to do that yet. So, but yeah, he acknowledged it in his stream. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, he pretty much. I think what it was, guys, if you missed it, he was going through the super chat. So I think I sent a super chat up, and he was reading through them. And as he recognized the people,
to do a stick figure on my show, I'm not sure I wanted that
anyway. Now I think he said he'll do a face reveal on your show. I think he just says he got to get more comfortable. He's
gonna wait for Swell to reveal himself.
Okay, so I think, believe it or not, I think he's gonna get that interview with Brad Garlinghouse. And I think that we're going to see a face reveal when he gets to interview with Brad Garlinghouse. What do you guys think out there? Okay, reveal show. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a reveal show tonight. I mean, he did a really good job. I thought he did a really good job, guys. He was basically, you know, it is, and that's one thing, like Venture said, guys, when you're actually on this side, it's so hard. You got to read all the comments, you're corresponding with all the people. It's wild. All right, Crypto Mike, thank you so much for stopping by, my brother. Have a good night. That's
See you,
for
Mike.
sure. Here it is, Mike, right here. Look, Mike. Where's it at? Mike, here you go. Bam, Crypto Mike right here, bro. I told you. Huh? The crypto family. We stick together, that's for sure. Plot twist, DAI is David Schwartz. I thought they really had Ethan Beard there because he kept on saying we got Ethan Beard here. I thought they really had Ethan Beard there. But then come to find out, I guess he was referencing him to somebody maybe that looked like Ethan Beard.
Yeah.
Now what about Mr. B? Did you get a chance to hear Mr. B?
I did, yes.
Mr. B, actually, Digital Asset called that right on the money. I'm surprised Mr. B doesn't have a channel.
Yeah, he was pretty smooth.
Yeah, the guy had like a, you know, some people have like a, you know, I thought then too at that moment, I was like, okay, Mr. B sounds like, when DAI sounds like he should have a show, I was like, yeah. I said, I wonder what people think about me when they first hear my voice. Do they say, oh yeah, he should have a show? Oh, see, it's all about passion, guys. It's all about passion. Oh my goodness, hold up. Whoa. My brother Danny Loft. Danny, I love you, my brother. I think that pick was DAI's son. They are huge baseball folks. That's what I thought too. Did he showed a stick figure like that before of his son Drew. At first I thought it was his son that drew that, because I remember DAI did show a picture of his son before. Am I correct, right, guys? And guys, we got a $30 bomb. Whoa, Caddy Williams, please give this offering to Venture. I'm a new fan of his, and I have another gift for you, CKJ, in 2 minutes. Caddy Williams. Matter of fact, Venture, did you check your XRP tip bot before the show?
I didn't. I saw something come across the phone, but I didn't have a chance to do it. I was kind of scrambled.
Because, okay, last show, basically, you did receive 2 donations last show of $10 or 5 each, and I actually made sure I just sent you $10 worth of XRP before the show. I wanted to get that out the way before the show, but
very cool.
Let me write.
And on my stream with Kevin Cage, we did the same thing. The very next day, we swapped some XRP, and it was just really awesome that people would support anybody. You know, it's
this time
really,
I gotta take more detailed notes though than last time, because I want to be able to, you know, thank the person in the future. Caddy Williams, $30
is awesome, and we're just really glad that she's here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Caddy Williams. That's amazing. And that's one thing, guys, I was thinking about that today as far as like GXRP and Rican and just people that have been such huge supporters, my mods, Spanish Fly. I cannot thank you guys enough for like your love, your support, your donations, your contributions. That's amazing. What about the show with Kevin Cage, Venture? How'd you get Kevin Cage on the show? How'd that come about? And that was an amazing show. I was kind of surprised. You know,
have you guys,
that happened?
I don't know if anybody, I'm sure somebody, but I mean, you ever read any personality books about the different personalities?
Like motivation or?
Yeah, there's 4 major personalities. Okay. There's a melancholy, there's a sanguine, there's a choleric, and I've forgotten the other one. But anyway, each one has different tendencies.
Okay.
You, friend, are a sanguine. Okay. And what that means is you're the personality type, if I have it right, that if it's fun, you're all about it.
Woo.
When it stops being fun, you check out. My son is that way. He's the life of the party. He's a blast to be around, and he's funnier than heck, and he's a sanguine. But when it's not fun anymore, he's gone. So I'm a choleric.
Okay.
Usually tell the choleric because he's the guy telling you what to do.
Okay.
He's the guy bossing everybody around. It's not a good trait, but it gets the job done.
Okay.
You have to have cholerics, and you have to have sanguines, and then you have the melancholies. And the melancholies are the ones that have to like absorb everything. They just take forever to make a decision because they have to have all the details and so on.
Oh.
Anyway, the point I'm getting to is that That's all good stuff, by the way, to read for personal growth and development. You understand the kind of personality you have. You'll understand how to relate to other people. How when you meet another sanguine, or you have a sanguine working for you, and you realize I got to make this fun, or this sanguine's going to quit. So anyway, it's good stuff. But anyway,
I'm gonna have to
the
read that.
choleric in me that isn't afraid to ask anybody anything. That's why I DM Kevin, and that's why
Okay.
I digital asset investor.
Yeah, I was okay. Now it's making sense.
I'm older than both of them. I put my britches on. I've been putting my britches on longer than both of them. And they seem like great guys. And they both were very gracious and kind about it, just like you've been.
Wow. That makes a lot of sense too, guys. Because I mean, I'll be honest. When Venture said, "Oh, I got Kevin Cage coming on the show," I'm like, "Whoa, has Kevin Cage even done interviews with other people yet?" Or yeah, you were his first interview, right? Wow, that was amazing. Yeah, guys, like I said, you gotta check out Venture's channel. He actually had Kevin Cage on the show, and Kevin Cage has like that super radio voice, like, "Hey
Yeah.
guys, this is
Because
Kevin."
velvet voice.
He got a hell of a voice. Caddy Williams, my brother, Caddy with a $30 bomb. Woo, Caddy! It's for you, CKJ. Tell me how to get the XRP t-shirt from my girlfriend in the Philippines. Caddy Williams, my brother, I believe, matter of fact, Spanish Flies 2 steps ahead of you, right above you, right there. Miss CKJ's merch store. XRP shirts and all that. Thank you so much, Caddy Williams, and thank you so much, Spanish Fly. I really appreciate that. GXRP said, "What is he?" Venture.
Who?
Venture. You know how you said you're something and I'm something, and
I'm a
GXRP Perez says, "What is he?"
I don't that it's hard to determine. You see, I talk to you on the phone during the day, and I see you online, and I can tell more about your personality. I haven't had enough interaction just in tweet messages to know. You need to find out for yourself, though. But it's important. It's good to realize what your tendencies are. Hey, first of all, I'm calling Caddy a girl, and you're calling Caddy a guy, and I guess I don't want to be offensive to anybody, but which gender is Caddy?
No, I think Caddy is a guy, right? Because it says, "Thank you, CKJ. Tell me how to get that XRP shirt from my girlfriend," but it could be. It's hard to say.
That skit Pat, remember the you could never trying to get clues as to what is that a girl or boy? I'm not sure. Anyway, Caddy, if CKJ, if it's okay with you, Miss CKJ has the store, sells the t-shirts.
Yeah,
I would like to buy the t-shirt for Caddy.
Whoa, holy moly! Did you hear that, Caddy?
That's how we can get Caddy's t-shirt sent to the Philippines.
Caddy, did you hear that, my brother?
Friend?
Or sister? I know now you put like focus on it, because me, like when I don't really try to like determine the difference. I think but you're making a good point. Caddy, where you at, Caddy? Caddy said that he is going to take care of that XRP shirt, and he's gonna mail that to the Philippines for your girlfriend. Holy moly! So how can Caddy get up with you? Should he direct message you through maybe email, DM? Caddy, reveal yourself. He said, "Caddy, reveal yourself." Are you still there, Caddy? What up, AKA Action? AKA Action's here. Guys, I'd like to welcome everybody to XRP After Dark. We got XRP Done Deal on the show tonight. Damn right. Done deal. And we're looking for Caddy Williams. Was it Caddy?
Yeah, Caddy saying don't do it, but I don't know why. I think it's just so generous.
Okay.
That this is being, but I want to.
I got some information back from Caddy. It says, "Caddy, don't do it, Mr. XRP Venture." Are you sure, Caddy?
Yeah, we like giving back too.
I'm still here. He says, "I'm Caddy." Somebody else says, "No, I'm Caddy." Okay. Caddy, you're like a star now. Thank you so much, Caddy.
We're all Negan.
You watch Walking Dead?
Heck yeah, I do.
Get out of here. Are you serious?
Every season, man.
Oh my God. I didn't think nobody from the XRP community watched Walking Dead. I mean, I'm like the biggest Walking Dead fan, but I guess that's a whole nother show. Oh,
all about that.
Lordy.
Anyway,
XRP Ventures CKJ is 50 XRP a good bag to hold. Ashton Ramakansan. I mean, how do you feel about that venture when people ask you, what is a decent amount of XRP to hold? Do you think there should be an amount you could tell people, or do you say, I mean, how would you handle that question?
my answer to everybody would be everyone you can get.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. If all you can get is 50, then get them. If you can get 63, get 63. If you can get 6,300, by all means, get what you can get. Every one of them are going to be precious later.
Wow. That's a hell of a comment right there. We got a lot of love coming in too. And it looks like we got a lot of Walking Dead fans. I didn't realize that. K Studios, Walking Dead, hell yeah. I stopped watching after Rick died. I cannot believe Rick is gone. I really thought the son was going to take over. I'm still pissed off about them killing the son. And, Rick will be back in the future. But, yeah.
It needed to care, but.
Yeah, I mean, it's been like 10 years they've been on there, so I guess they probably needed a break. Mark, what do you think about Geometry and Crypto Mike's video? Venture?
Is that a question for me?
Yep, question for Ventures. What do you think about Geometry and Crypto Mike's video? And I'll come back to the rest in a second.
Here's the thing, and I've shared this with you, CKJ, in the past. Sometimes we can strain at it and try to read something into something that's not really there. The thing with the way that I wanted that video to come off, I emphasized it about 24 times. This is for fun. Take it for what it's worth. But to me, the sum of it is way too coincidental to be coincidence. But with Gematria and all of that, it's not something I've delved into a lot. But I know about the Q community. I'm a Trump supporter, and Q is trying to go after the deep state, and they are doing all that messaging. And there's videos showing you how to decode all the Gematria and all of that stuff. I have seen Mike talk about that kind of thing, and I've known about it. And so that's why I did it with the words just right to see, okay, let's just see what comes up. And I was just freaked out that it said hidden messages.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I'm like, wow.
So I think you take it all, you have to, 9 times out of 10, what I've noticed online with all these communities, it's going to happen Thursday. It's coming down. Thursday comes and nothing happens. And so you got to take it all with a grain of salt, as far as events that are happening. But I think there's a lot of truth to it. I certainly think there's people that do it. I think the elite do it. But I think sometimes there's so many possibilities. Like there's like 200 words or phrases that can work with any, like that. Just right was number 132.
Yeah.
It had, 200 possibilities. Well, if you want to bad enough, you can tie it in like 6 degrees to Kevin Bacon. You can.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. What do you think about, really quick, what do you think about I heard Mike mentioning today, like with Trump's tweets, that Trump might not tweet himself, though. Now, I can't remember if Mike said Trump tweets or someone tweets for him, but I know people prepare stuff for people, but I don't think nobody tweets for Trump. I mean, you got to be Trump to be tweeting some of the stuff he says. Like, when they say, oh, yeah, let's turn him into a parking lot. He's like some of the stuff he says, only Trump can say. I mean, what do you think?
The guy's a military graduate. He's never drank alcohol in his life. He doesn't do drugs or whatever. He's a pretty dang smart guy. Anybody in this stream, including myself, I'm a real estate developer.
Okay.
You know how hard it is to get your name on multiple buildings around the country that are sky rises and major golf courses and what have you? You don't accomplish that by being, a knucklehead.
Yeah.
So I think he's 70. I think he's had all the fame. He's had the money. He's had whatever. I think he's in there to be president, to say, you know what? I want my legacy to be, I don't give a rat's behind what any of you people think. I'm going to tell you what's on my mind.
Yeah.
And you think it's bad now, wait till after his reelection.
Oh
Then,
man, you ain't lying. I bet. Oh man, I bet. I didn't think about that. My thing is,
but
I think it's been really entertaining. I'm like,
yeah,
whoa, he actually like raised the bar. Whoever comes in the future, you're gonna have to be a lot more bullish because Trump is bullish as
well,
hell. As
two things.
far as
But your
phase
first,
one, phase two, phase three, digital deal. I'm like, damn, it's getting
yeah,
real.
I think he's definitely doing the tweeting. And I think it's because he wants to make sure that his message gets out because it does get skewed or not acknowledged at all. Anyway, we probably better get back to XRP or we'll get everybody
Oh, I thought
mad.
Trump was XRP.
He
Huh?
could
That's
be.
how I've been I mean, that's what I've been rolling it because I mean, it goes back to executive order, like you said. You know, with plans within plans, the executive order, Treasury Department, Trump revamping the financial system.
He signed.
Huh?
He signed it.
Damn right he did. Well, actually, really quick then, Grandma Jewel, thank you so much, Grandma. So good to see you again, and I really appreciate that. And I love your new avatar. $5 super chat, thank you for that. And GXRP Perez, the legend. What I love Walking Dead. Yeah, guys, Rick's not dead. He just took a vacation. You know, they blew him away, and they couldn't find the body. So he'll be back. He'll be back. And Jason Go, what up, Jason? Good to see you, bro. And Danny Loft, Venture, you need a XRP bolo to go with that hat.
You know what a bolo? CKJ?
XRP bolo. What's an XRP bolo?
It's the tie.
Oh,
That
okay. XRP bolo.
XRP.
Danny, you're nuts, Danny. I love you.
Just shove them in the pool.
And
He just
precision.
shove them back in the pool.
Precision Beats, good to see you, my brother. You guys are having too much fun. Makes me want to start a channel. I am supposed to be working on music, but I am laughing with you guys. XRP is 720. Precision Beats, my brother. You know, sometimes you gotta take a break, come in, laugh, enjoy life. Guess what? We're XRP pioneers. This is the internet of value. You know, before you could say, oh, I like XRP. You know, oh, he likes X. You know, Venture, he likes X. We got the whole world, guys, all walks of life. You know, we're not crazy. We've done our homework. We've done our research. We know this is the internet of value. XRP Ventures bullish. We know where this is going. Rick Grimes. Oh, what up, M. Grimes? So good to see you. That's for sure. Trump all day. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I do got Trump's book. I bought Trump's book. It's you know, he's a hell of a businessman. So, you know, maybe that's what the economy needs for a level playing field as far as saying China's been manipulating currency.
Yeah. Well, you know, one thing I do believe, the whole trade talks and all of that, I believe that is the media circus for a reason to get together and talk about the digital asset deals.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the same thing with meeting Kim Jong-un, you know, in private.
That was insane. I mean, come on. Who does that? They like stood right over there like where nobody's ever crossed that line. Trump stood right there with the golden dollar hanging out his back pocket. And how about like the photo? He walked right over that line. I said, damn. Okay.
He's in this whole Mueller Russiagate thing.
Uh-huh.
And he still goes to Russia, meets with Putin behind closed doors. No reporters. They got mad because nobody was in the room. Uh-huh. No interpreters. And they got mad because he was doing it. So for 2 hours, he's in there talking to this other world leader without reporters. And even though he had all the controversy with this guy, the easy thing is stay out of the room and, you know, what have you. But he don't care. He's got an agenda. And I think part of that agenda is his digital trade agreements with each of these major countries where he can talk to them behind the scenes. So anyway, hey, what do I know?
You're on the money. Shout out to my brother Shane Robinson, my brother. Thank you so much. You know, one thing, guys, is, you know, I try to stay away from politics, but, you know, we cover the executive order a lot, which basically ripples in the executive order. So, you know, as far as your political beliefs, guys, I'm trying not to sway nobody. That doesn't matter to me. It's just amazing how Ripple is really on Front Street in every scenario, whether it's Trump and the executive order, the Department of Treasury, the FATF. It's just insane. It's just insane. The Art of War, tell them AKA Action. So Venture,
Yes.
I can't thank you enough for coming on the show, brother. I mean, do you have what do you think for the future? I mean, uh, DAI said that he's gonna come on your show. How soon do you think you can get him on your show?
Well, we're going to see two avatars,
Oh my goodness.
you know, but you'll hear our voices, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, that's for sure, guys. For everybody just tuning in, we got
Blow
Venture
him
on
up
the
right
show,
after he
and
gets back from Swell. I'm going to blow him up, and I'm going to. I'd like to do that. I'd like to be one of the first, of his interviews, even though he's been revealed. I wanted to do the reveal, but I'll take the interview.
oh, that would have been huge. Yeah, that would. Guys, you gotta make sure you subscribe to Venture's channel because he has like a good way he twists everything, just like that. He tried to get the reveal, which made sense. I mean, do the reveal because then you'll feel more comfortable in the future, and so they're all out in CryptoCon right now, enjoying themselves. And Swell's coming up. What do you think about Swell coming up in a? Do you think we're gonna get anything out of Swell? What's your thoughts?
We don't move that price, we're going to have to rename it.
To what?
I don't know. Ripple's already taken. What's smaller? But yeah, I can't wait. I'm real again. I go back to, I don't think they invited those guys. I don't think they invited them, in the rush manner that they did, without a reason. I think something's up, but you know what, that makes me, I got to go back to one thing I started to tell you before we cut this off.
I'm all ears.
If Handel is right and he can find that information, if there really is this reset happening in February, first of the year, first quarter,
Okay.
like Digital Asset Investor talked about in his video, where give Japan $1 billion XRP and price it to 5,000 and pay off all the debts. If they do that, I could see where Trump could do that in February, going into, from February to November is a very short span when you're running for election.
Okay.
But how do you beat the guy if he just says, I just paid off the $22 trillion in U.S. debt?
That's going to be, yeah.
So you say you don't like to talk about politics. It's never really good unless you're a political show. But we talk about politics as it pertains to XRP and these powers to be and the political powers to move it forward, where we're all wanting it to go.
Exactly.
If they do a currency reset that involves paying off the world's debts in February for his campaign and their reasons, they're all in debt. It's unsustainable. It's mathematically impossible to pay it off. So they have to do something. This is XRP. Is there something that they can do? And you guys, and the other thing is, have you guys not noticed, does it not seem like they're running bots that keep it from 43 to 23 to, to keep it right in that 30?
Something's going on with the price.
Yeah. They want everybody on board. Everybody's going to get their, what they need. The central bankers, the governments of the world, what have you, going to get that. And I'm guessing maybe the IMF gets 25 billion and the world governments get, 25 billion split up amongst them so they can all, forgive each other, because when they're just like to take Japan times the other 180 countries or whatever there is, each one would get a different amount. If Japan gets $1 billion and they make it $5,000 a coin and it goes to 5 trillion, they don't care about their 1.2 trillion that they were in debt. Everybody forgives it because they get a win, because they're getting more XRP value than the debt they once had.
Exactly.
So that would be huge. Now, it's super huge for us, because if I have 63 XRP and they're worth $5,000 a coin, well, that's a good day.
Good God, GXRP, what would you do with all that, GXRP? Now, I think you're right on the money, Venture, and I think somebody, I just missed it too. It was, I think it was, damn it. Somebody was saying politics and finance go hand in hand. They actually had a really good comment. Damn it. I think it was somebody that's always here too. Let me see. Well, I actually got another super chat from Monty Mass. I think Trump might try to dismiss the debt if they try to impeach him right before it happens, maybe. I think Trump might try to dismiss the debt if they try to impeach him right before it happens, maybe. Monty Mass, you care to comment on that, Venture?
Well, one, they don't have anything to impeach him on. It'll fall as flat. It will fall as flat as the Mueller report did. Bluster and what have you, and then there's nothing there. They're just trying to. The reality of it is it's a pathetic thing that's the only thing that they have is that we hate Trump, so that's what we're going to run on. I am a registered independent. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I would vote for John F. Kennedy today if he were alive. But the reality of it is what Trump is doing for the country is something I've wanted for a long, long time because I'm old enough to go clear back to JFK. So I've gone through all of them. A businessman in office forever. I wanted somebody that understands, the tax code. Look at Donald Trump. I mean, he's got a battery of accounts. He knows every tax loophole there is. So,
yeah.
But I mean, he's created jobs. He knows the tax code. He knows. I mean, there's so much that he brings to the table when he's in those meetings that he can go up to speed in a hurry because he's dealt with it his whole life. So I don't think there's anything there. I think once if they do this reset in the first quarter of next year, then they just.
So let me get this right really, really quick. Just one quick question. What you're saying, there's a possible chance that there could be a global reset in February. And the way you just explained everything, that you're saying that basically XRP could be valued at 5,000 a coin.
I didn't say that. Digital Asset Investor said that. I said 7,600 a coin.
Okay, 7,600 a coin.
Really matter. We know that.
Okay.
Everything is said. I've done the 4 and 5 digit videos. So everybody knows there's a million drops in one XRP, and if you give a penny to each drop, that's a $10,000 coin.
Exactly.
I'm just submit to you if Bitcoin is worth 9,300 today and it doesn't do anything more, it's a lump on a log. It doesn't do anything. It's old tech now.
Exactly.
And XRP solves the world's debt problems.
Exactly.
Well, anything's worth $10,000 a coin. It's XRP.
Exactly. Tell them, Venture. Guys, I'm telling you.
I just told them.
Damn right. Here comes the men in black. Dun, 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 dun. Guys, I'm telling you. I told you guys for the month of October, we're going to be more bullish than we have ever been before. Grandma Jewel, for Venture, I saw your video today. It started with blocks, and the first block is a chain. Does that make sense, Venture? Grandma Jewel says, for Venture, I saw your video today. It started with blocks, and the first block is a chain.
You're talking about the transition I picked. It was a block. It flips the video into another transition, into another segue, into another part of it. It was a block. It was just a big block that turns.
Okay.
So that's cool. She noticed that.
She said she loved your video. XRP Bags, good to see you. BC Matrix, 2 of the greats. I know, I'm so honored to have Venture on the show. Danny Loft, if it went to 5K per XRP, I would hate to see my tax bill. Wow.
Danny Loft, that would be a good problem to have.
You could be like Trump. They say he hasn't paid taxes ever, right? Once you get up there with the elites and you figure out some of the elite tricks, then maybe you'll be exempt from taxes.
Then he'll be living on his loans, on his crypto, like custody outfit.
Oh, Grandma Jewel, the commercial. Oh, the commercial with the blocks. Sing it, CKJ. What up, Carlos? Whoa, Caddy Williams. Whoa, Caddy is a star tonight. Thank you so much, Caddy. I didn't see the merchant store in the beginning. My bad, big bro. CKJ. Tell XRP Venture not to worry about me. But thanks again. And if CKJ or Venture is in Miami, you got a friend. Whoa. Caddy lives in Miami. No wonder, Caddy, you're a good dude. Shout out to everybody in Florida. I can tell you, Florida is such thing as Southern hospitality. I miss Florida so much. I miss Florida. That's for sure.
I live there. I live there too.
Oh, you lived in Florida?
Yeah, I used to live in New Smyrna Beach.
Oh, for real? How long did you live out there for?
Oh, I was a kid. I was probably 13, 14 years old, playing on the beach every day.
Oh, that's the golden years.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, that's like when I leave Walmart today, I jumped on the cart and I like to ride the cart, you know, and that takes me back to when I was a kid. Just for that 5 seconds, I can just
That
erase
is
the mem. Huh?
that's the sanguine in you.
Oh yeah, you're right. And believe it or not, this older guy said, "You felt like you were a kid, didn't you?" I said, "Yeah, you're right." I like to have fun. What can I say? Mike Sorello, I live in Miami. Don't do it. I used to live in Pensacola. A lot of people in here from Florida. There must be something in the air. GXRP, St. George, Florida. Damn, everybody's in Florida. I'm in the 503. GXRP, you're in Florida too? I used to live in.
Crypto capital of the U.S.
Yes, the crypto capital. Good God Almighty. Guys, can y'all do me a favor out there? I got XRP Venture on the show. If you guys can please smash them thumbs up and hit that subscribe, that means the world to me. And if you guys don't know, XRP Venture, aka Done Deal, channel has been on fire. Link in the description for his Twitter. He's on Twitter all day now. You can find him on Twitter. Contact him, DM him, talk to him. He's a friendly guy. He's approachable.
I'm almost at 4,000.
Whoa, 4,000
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah, trying to get to 5.
Oh, guys, guess what? 50K incoming. We're trying to get Venture to 5, but I'm saying we're gonna have 50K incoming for Venture. So please hit that link in the description. Uncle Buster with a contribution. Holy moly, Uncle Buster's here. Uncle Buster. Uncle Buster. The first letter in the bear. The cost sign equals BTC. Just saying. The first letters in the bear. The cost sign equals BTC. Just saying.
You're talking about the bear the cost.
Oh, okay.
Over the Lamborghini, the sign over the Lamborghini says bear the cost, BTC. It means the Lamborghini represents
Whoa.
Bitcoin.
Hold on. Is that what it said over that?
Yes. There's a, okay. So in each one of those segments, there's a sign over it.
Okay.
Remember this? The old 1970s Suzuki.
Okay.
It's too shabby
And
unbearable because Swift is unbearable. It's a system. It's a broken system, just like the door falls off. Then you go to the next scene, and it's the Lambo with the sign above it that says "Bear the cost." BTC.
No way. I got it. Are you kidding me?
Dude,
That's
did you
amazing.
go? Somebody push him in the pool.
I was looking at this video before the stream, guys. I mean, you gotta watch this video. It's like there's just so much. I mean, it kind of like really blew my mind. Like seriously, like the way with the bear jacket. I mean, they put so much detail into that.
Keep being a utility.
Like the first letters in the bear cost equals BTC. Just saying, Uncle Buster, hell of a find, my brother. CKJ where'd you go? CKJ to do a little dive into the executive order, crimes against humanity. What's going to happen is well planned out, and XRP is just a part of it. CKJ, do a little deep dive in executive order, crimes against humanity. What's going to happen is well planned out, and XRP is just a part of it. What do you think about that, Venture? He said it's all.
I think what he's saying is he's talking about the drain the swamp approach, where Trump's not just going after paying off the debt. You remember Donald Trump talks about Andrew Jackson a lot.
Okay.
He'll stand under his picture and he'll talk about Andrew Jackson, what have you, because he's signaling. The last two things Andrew Jackson did when he was in office was pay off the debt of all the previous presidents, and he got rid of the central bank.
Wow.
So I think they're headed the same way. He wants to drain the swamp, and that's what some of this. The Attorney General Horowitz in Utah is a Democrat doing the deep dive on how this whole Russia thing got started. I think that's what he's talking about. The Ripple and the reset and the restoration of America, the republic that we're supposed to have.
I don't know how I missed that either. Everybody's like, whoa, how'd you miss that? Now everybody's going nuts. Like, where's this video at? Guys, I got to show you really quick. I'll pull it up. Let me see if I go back to here. And if I go to this right here, let me just go back and show you guys one thing. Here's Venture's video right here really quick. I'll just show you one quick clip.
Goldie knows to never compromise.
Goldie knows to never compromise.
Goldie knows to never compromise.
And of course, right there on screen is Goldie locks, locked or tied to gold. Just bear with me.
Bear with me. That's all I'm going to show you guys. You're going to have to go to Venture's channel and watch the rest. That's all I'm going to give you guys. I got to give you a t-shirt.
Baby bear.
Oh, you killed me with that, Venture. He was like, baby bear, baby bear. Guys, you got to watch Venture's video today.
Why are so ugly?
I know, that was a shame to bears.
That is a BG's bear.
That was a shame to bears. I was upset about that ugly bear. It was a little too ugly. It was ugly. Caddy Williams. Andrew Jackson was the only president to pay off the national debt. Oh, is that true? Caddy Williams says that Andrew Jackson was the only president to pay off the national debt at Venture Facts. Caddy Williams, our friend in Miami. Welcome to Miami. Nancy City with the heat is on. Oh, Uncle Buster, thank you. And Danny Loft, my brother, has a contribution. Trump is out to remove the old established cable in deep state. That is root to crimes against the citizens of humanity.
And the reset is just part of it.
Whoa.
And that's what that other comment was before.
Whoa.
Tell Miss CKJ hi.
XRP Venture said hi, baby. Hey. Could you hear her? She said, hey.
We're going to have to...
I guess. Huh? He said you like his hat.
I love his hat.
We need to get her a hat.
No, he said he's going to get you a cowboy hat.
Yeah, I rock it.
She used to live in Texas.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, she showed me all them dances she could do in Texas. She used to love doing them dances. They spin them around and doom, 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 doom. What's that song called?
Fun.
That song called... Oh, guys, we'll be having fun. I love having Venture on the show, that's for sure. M. Grimes, that bear was so ugly in its reflective bear market. I'm ready for the reset. GXRP. What was you going to say, Venture? Go ahead.
Well, there's one other little thing that I thought was kind of interesting. When he gets in the car and he turns and the bear scares him. Oh,
yeah.
Baby bear. Yeah. Well, isn't that kind of how BG is? He kind of pops up every once in a while. Takes you by...
Yeah, that's so true too. That actually makes so much sense. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering too where Bearable Guy is. Everybody's starting to say and they're hoping to see Bearable Guy make an appearance before Swell. I'm actually hoping so.
David's been busy. Let's give him some time.
He said Dave's been busy. Oh man. So we got a lot of people here tonight, guys. We got over 400 people in the stream, guys. We got XRP Venture on the show. If you guys can please smash some thumbs up and hit that subscribe, that means the world to me. Venture is a smart guy. What it do? Bruce Wayne, I made it. BC, that commercial is so crazy. Yeah, guys, what we're covering today is the Venture's video, the Thrifty commercial, and he actually did some really... Venture, I mean, what made you do the deep dive on it to where you did the research to like where you found the lady was like in payments and she was a heavyweight and
that was the part that I thought was the freakiest.
Yeah.
So I thought was intriguing because you see the guy, blue jacket with the bears all over it and all of that. But I can't emphasize this enough. It was literally when I saw the tweet from Thrifty, the sentence down below, I don't know what it was, get a rental car, just right or whatever. But the words just right for no reason were capitalized. And I thought, that's weird. And I did remember some scuttlebutt in the community, but I've been so busy at work. I haven't really been on Twitter as much as I was. I didn't get a chance to hear what was the whole scuttlebutt. So I watched the commercial. Otherwise, who's watching any of the advertisements that come across? But I heard there was something about this commercial. So I started watching it. And then that just right, I'm like, why would they isolate that? So that's when I did the gematria search because I've seen a bunch of the Q posts and I've seen a bunch of, people trying to decode stuff and whatever. So I did it. And when I went down through the list, that's when I was like, holy crap, are you kidding me? Hidden messages is one of the possible things. And so that's when I started starting at the beginning. I think if you've missed the beginning, I think you're, in the tradition of his great grandma. I mean, I thought that was just a weird way to start it.
Yeah.
So I started, well, let's see, great grandma, that's his mom, then his grandma, then his great grandma, that's 4 generations back. So then you go 4 generations back, and what happens is it's really, a generation is almost like 30 years, because women are having children about 30 years, so a great grandma is about 120 years ago.
Okay.
Well, that puts right at about 1900, when we were on the gold standard.
Wow.
In the tradition of a great grandmother, when we're on the gold standard, and then Goldilocks, gold locked, tied to gold. And it just kept getting crazier and crazier, like I said. And then today, other people sharing stuff, Mike sharing stuff. It's just, there's too many. And then, so I thought, well, who would authorize, a company, I run businesses. Why am I going to hire an ad agency to put together all the special outfits and everything for this message and whatever?
They went so deep with that commercial. They took it to the next level.
Well, so who owns Thrifty? So I looked up who owns Thrifty, and it turns out, well, that's Hertz Corp. So it's Hertz Rent-A-Car. And I thought, oh, okay, well, who's running Hertz? And that's when I found out it's this Kathleen Millennial. Uh-huh. And so then I read her bio, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me?
I was blown away.
This lady, electronic payments, and has held senior positions for Chase, Barclays, and come on, she's steep in banking and payments. So anyway, she knows Ripple. She's probably a bag holder. She's a bag holder, I'm telling you.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. And I think Trump's a bag holder. The Kushners are bag holders. Jared Kushner, they're invested in Robinhood. Guys, one thing is, I think they're really starting to, show their hand. They can only hide for so long. It's just, I think it's all coming to light now. Go ahead, Venture. It's all you, my brother.
They're ready for it to come to light.
Oh, they're ready.
I think you're trickling it out now. It's coming faster and faster. They can't just, boom. They at some point, just like Brad's grin in that video, where he knows.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows. So at some point, everybody needs to know. So when they do this, Ripple and the company Ripple and the players at Ripple are not a surprise to the world. Why are you doing this unknown company? So they're feeding it out now, I think, a little faster. And I hope something comes at Swell that just blows it up.
Somebody keeps that. I think something's going to come at Swell, too, that's going to blow it up big time. My one brother, okay, Chi-Town's most wanted. He also said something good earlier, too, I missed. Shout out to Chi-Town. I think he said, I was the one that just said, can Venture tell us what he thinks the end game is for XRP? What do you think the end game is for XRP? Do you see, we have been covering that, it's in the executive order, the elites are over it, but, what do you visualize for the end game for XRP?
Very simple. It's exactly what Ripple is doing. They have every intention of taking Swift's business either with them or without them.
Yeah.
They have every intention of building in micropayments everywhere.
Yeah.
Every intention of being point of sale, Starbucks and anywhere else, helping small business owners that are using Visa, taking credit cards now, but having to pay 3% of every transaction. You do $10,000 in business a day at your restaurant. Take 3% of that. You got to pay to Visa every night when you run your batch. They're going to be everywhere. They're going to be every payment everywhere, and it's going to be great because you're going to have all the governments of the world, I believe, will have their own coin. They're going to be all proud of their own coin. They'll be super proud of their own gold-backed coins. But, the U.S. doesn't want Russia's coin. Russia doesn't want the U.S. coin. Everybody wants XRP back and forth. XRP is going to be flying everywhere with everyone, with that $5 trillion a day of cross-border remittance around the world, right, and micropayments you can handle.
Robert Westberg knows. He says exactly. XRP will be everything, everywhere. Thank you so much, Robert Westberg, for tuning in. Tyson Bailey. Ripple is going to take Swift's lunch money. You're right on the money with that. Who said that? Huh?
Yeah, very much like Western Union. Are you going to lose your chance and let MoneyGram run? And think I've used the analogy before, Western Union is just being Blockbuster thinking Netflix is going nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're out of business. I think there's one Blockbuster store left in existence, and Netflix is going nuts.
Yeah, and
So
GXRP, GXRP, what's that? Oh, Precision Beats. Brad's grin is a telltale sign of trust in the eyebrow movement. I think you're right on the money with that. Brad Growinghouse, he's amazing, that's for sure.
the toughest part of Brad's job has got to be trying not to look too giddy and keeping your mouth shut.
Oh,
The
that's
guy's
gotta
got
be so hard.
he's got 6 billion XRP. 6 billion XRP at 30 cents is a crap ton of money.
Does he own 6 billion himself?
Yeah, well, no, yeah, doesn't Larson had 7? What's the Jeff kid that went off and did
Jeb McCaleb.
Caleb? Yeah. Jeb, yeah, that's what he had. Didn't he have 6?
Yeah,
he
had. Oh lordy.
I thought Brad had a. There was 3 of them anyway. Was
Yeah, I
it
think
maybe
it was Chris Larson, Jeb McCaleb.
reports that had? I don't know.
MoneyGram
sure-
at all-time high. Yeah, guys, the MoneyGram report comes out too. Venture, you care to comment on that? What do you think is going to happen? You know, you care to speculate on that at all? I think MoneyGram Q3 report comes out when? Does that come out tomorrow, or when does it come out? Guys?
It comes out like November 3rd or something before swell.
Okay, I wonder what's the price of MoneyGram right now. I actually haven't checked it in a while. But do you think XRP is going to start pumping before swell, or what's your thoughts on that, Venture?
I don't know. It's really frustrating. You know, I'd like to see us get to 80 cents around after swell, you know, at least, you know, and then maybe, you know, we dink around 80 cents, 75 cents, whatever, and then hopefully they do a reset in February and it's just overnight Shane Ellis theory or any other theory that it just booms. Guess what? We are assessing the value of XRP at $5,000 or whatever.
I love the way that sounds.
Just so you know, it's been done before. My very, very first video on my XRP was about this very thing, that if you don't think it can happen, when they confiscated gold in 1930 or 33, I think it was, they gave everybody $20.67 an ounce when they said you have to turn it in. It's illegal to hold it. You have to turn it in. Banks and people, everybody turns it into the government. And they gave everybody $20.67 an ounce. Then, 1 month later, the government, in their wisdom, decided, oh, by the way, gold is worth $30 an ounce now, once they had it all.
Whoa.
So it's just a stroke of the pen. If government wants to take an asset and raise the price for their purposes, they can do that. They can do things that we cannot do.
Wow.
So go ahead.
No, go ahead. What were you saying?
I'm just saying, if they decide and they announce they're having a massive press conference, and countries around the world, the G7 have all announced their digital trade agreements, that they will be using XRP as a digital asset for cross-border remittance to speed up payments, and that they are going to have their own digital currencies that they will tie to gold, and that this takes effect, whatever, immediately. Your fiat currency is still good. We're going to give you 5 years before we roll that in and say that's, but they make an announcement like that, then it'll be valued overnight, and they may even, who knows, they may have a mechanism for putting it across the exchanges that drives it. I don't know.
Then we're going to get that burst that we all been waiting for, or that we all believe is going to happen. I strongly believe it's going to happen. I mean, there's just too much homework, too much research we done.
How much is
connections. How much is what?
How much is a Litecoin right now?
I don't know, around $50, I think.
Ballpark.
$50.
Why?
Probably because Charlie sold them all and he's buying them back slowly enough to keep them alive. I don't know. I have no idea.
The point is, it's a dead coin.
What is Litecoin? What are they using it for?
Exactly. It's a dead coin.
That's what I don't understand. Like, they got Litecoin, it has no utility. Bitcoin are saying it's a store of value, but I mean, okay, store of value doesn't consider utility.
What you're paying for with Bitcoin, just like anything else, is name brand recognition.
Okay.
It's the Gucci bag. It's the whatever. There's other knockoffs that are way cheaper. But you're paying for the name brand recognition. Might not even be the best bag, but you're paying for the name brand. That's what you get with Bitcoin. But why all these other coins? Why is there a coin that's $200? It's got no utility at all. And XRP's 30 cents. And that's what I've said. The other thing I've always said in my videos, the fact that the price never moves with all this news and announcement and what have you is an absolute dead ringer giveaway that something ginormous is up with this coin.
Bullish. Damn right. Bullish. I definitely believe that. Bullish.
Yeah.
You got that right. Huh? I truly believe that too. Like Zero has been saying, tsunami. XRP will bail out the financial institutions. This is a tsunami, and Trump is going to have to stamp all over it. You guys, hello from Costa Rica. Shout out to Costa Rica. Thank you so much for that, my brother. Guys, I think you're completely right with that. I mean, as far as the level playing field, you know, Venture definitely goes in more detail about being tied to gold and everything. But I clearly believe that Trump is going to roll out XRP as, to me, it's going to be the global currency because, you know, if you accuse China of manipulating currency, if they're using XRP, if they're using the blockchain, which I know people feel uncomfortable with, but I think we're to a point in society now where there's some, and they're going to use the terrorist thing. There's so many bad people doing bad things. So, you know, in the name of, you know, safety, you know, people are going to be begging for it. That's what they always say. They're going to beg for this.
Always sell the good points. Hey, put a chip in your finger. You know, you won't lose your child, and you know nobody can steal your identity. And by the way, track you in every move you make. No, they don't tell you the downside, the big brother aspect of it. But and there is a big aspect to this being successful. We shouldn't kid ourselves around about that.
I know that's the only thing that kind of bothers me. Not bothers me so much as like there is a, you know, I think there is like a sort of a, you know, even Bob Wade talked about it when I had him on the show. It's like, you know, there is a big brother aspect of cryptocurrency as far as, you know, the ledger. And, I mean, really quick, I don't know if you saw today on the zoo, they had John McAfee on there. Did you happen to see that?
Do you really want me to comment on
that? On John McAfee, what's your thoughts on McAfee?
Well, he banned me.
McAfee banned you?
Yeah, he blocked me.
Why do you say that?
Look, I don't think he's a good guy.
Oh, you don't think McAfee's a good guy?
No, I don't support his thinking or lifestyle.
I don't really follow him enough to say I support him or don't support him. I mean, but he's like always just saying some stuff that really will make you think. I've seen him saying stuff like...
it's easy to be provocative.
I mean, today they asked him about something about a watch he owned or something. Like this the scenario he says. Like he's like, I don't own anything. And he was like, you know how much this watch is? It's $7,000. And he was like, I don't own it. They loaned it to me 9 years ago. My house, I don't own that either. I mean, he's just like always to the next level with what he says.
Yeah, you can do the same thing by setting up a trust and being the executor of the trust. And the trust owns everything. You own nothing. You're just the executor that manages everything. If you want to wear the trust watch and drive the
oh my God. I'm sorry, Venture. Somebody said something crazy in the comments and made me laugh. I'm sorry about that. It's just something, the comments, man. Sometimes the comments are so crazy they make me laugh so hard.
It's all right.
What was you saying?
No, I'm just, you know, you can do the same thing. But again, I know he's on a press junket right now, running around and trying to get on everybody's shows like they're getting him. He wants to be on there because he's selling something again. He's got his new exchange coming up.
I know that's what I guess what he was saying, something about an exchange or something. It's
he
doesn't have the information or
trying to put together. And
he's always been in something. McAfee says he
wants to.
Yeah, he's always going for the shock value. So maybe he's just a major businessman and a salesman. Like you say, he's coming out with the new exchange.
I'm not saying he's not a smart guy, but for such a smart guy, I think to live on the run is pretty dumb.
Yeah, he said he was in a tent that he can only make phone calls from this tent. Like
he's trying to in a Faraday cage made of tinfoil. And like
Oh, and then Malpass had me laughing. Malpass said, I love my cable and my Netflix and my refrigerator too much. I was like, I know what you mean, Malpass. Ain't nothing like the comfort of
Yeah. So I mean, no, I mean, I'm glad that they have them for whatever it does for them, but I would never have them on my show.
Oh, for real? Yeah, he's a wild one. Danny Loft, thank you so much for the contribution, my brother. Guys, we got over 450 people here to see XRP done deal. If you guys can please smash some thumbs up and hit that subscribe. Danny Loft, my brother, you're the man. 420 doesn't destroy all the brain cells that McAfee has lost. And if it does, I quit. Nah, McAfee, man, I can't believe that guy's still kicking, to be honest. I mean, right during mid-interview, like, he was like, they asked him something. He was like, all right, guys, enough politics. Let's just talk. He was like, I can't even repeat what he said. He was like, let's just talk drugs and women or something like that. I was like, whoa, this guy's like 100 years old. And he looked like he was like barely, oh, man. If you guys seen that interview, shout out to the zoo. Way to go, guys. You pulled in McAfee. I think that was pretty huge. That's for sure.
Yes, love the zoo, just not a fan of that one guest.
I was like kind of shocked. I was like, whoa, McAfee's on there. But yeah, McAfee looks like the Joker. What's the done deal? What is XRP done deal? Venture, they want to know, what is XRP done deal?
It's a foregone conclusion. It's done.
Okay.
We're just waiting. We're just in a waiting game. We're just hurry up and wait. That's all we're doing. We're just hurry up and wait. It's going to happen, and it's just really frustrating to wait for it because we know what's going to happen and how it's going to change our lives.
I agree with you 1,000 times, Venture.
The struggle to make a living is tough. And it's hard, and it shouldn't be that hard. I talked earlier about the price of gold in 1913. The price of gold was $29, and in the same ounce of gold today should be $7,600 by those standards. But it's not, and neither is anything else. The U.S. dollar is literally worth 4 cents. What 4 cents will buy you today, what a dollar used to buy in 1913, is the equivalent of having 4 cents back there and buy whatever you could get with 4 cents versus the dollar.
Wow.
It's just gone to nothing. And it makes it really hard to make a living because we're all this hamsters on this treadmill or Robert Kiyosaki's, cash flow rat run. We're just, and it's hard. And I just can't wait for all of us, rising tide raises all ships, and we all get lifted up together. And that's why I think we should cultivate these friendships, have these friendships, and then later take our newfound abilities.
Exactly.
Because having means, when you have means, you have the ability.
Yeah.
Like Danny. Danny's going to buy us all a pool.
Yeah, Danny.
And then Danny's got, yeah. But we all should band together and make and have plans. We should have our own plans within plans to see how much love we can spread beyond this. I'm sitting there thinking, I know what my assets are. I know what I think the price is going to go to.
Okay.
I've done that probably 6 or 7 times a day. but I'm trying to think of what venture could I go into that would do the most for God's children? What could I do? Do I need to go to Mexico? Do I need to go to Africa? Do I need to go? Where do I need to go? What do I need to do where I can or do I need to create jobs here in the U.S. just to create jobs? What do I need to do to make some people's lives easier after this blessing happens?
You're talking my language, Venture. I knew I liked you, my brother. That's for sure. And guess what, guys? And that's another thing, too, is basically, guys, Venture does also do real estate. He's involved in quite a few ventures. I don't know if we didn't mention this in this show, but he actually has some videos. What are you going to do when XRP moves? Because, guys, I don't know if you ever had the sudden wealth syndrome before, or I think that's what they call it, where you get large sums of money out of nowhere, And guess what, guys? That goes very fast. So we all believe in the internet of value. We know opportunities are being created. So, let's get some mentorism from guys like Venture. Who else was the other guy that said he was in real estate? It was one other guy. Was it GXRP? Or was it... There was one other guy that said he was in real estate for a long time.
Real estate agent, I think.
Well, I know William May's in real estate, but there was somebody else that surprised me that they were in real estate.
Yeah, I think more people are going to surface too, but we should. We need to, just like we were talking about, how do you set up a trust? Do you need you need a revocable trust or an irrevocable trust? These are things that people need to know. But yeah, if all of a sudden you get a bunch of money and you don't know how to keep it, you're going to lose it.
Shout out to Jim Carlson, long-time supporter. There's Jim right there, that's for sure. That's the one thing, like Venture just said, guys. There's so many more people coming out in the community now with, like Venture that's, been in business, that's been there, done that we can learn from, I can learn from. Digital nomad investors in the house. DNI is in real estate. Digital nomad investors in real estate also. He's good to see you, my brother. Are we going to see a digital nomad in... Now, not digital asset investor, digital nomad investor.
That's what I said. I want to show Nomad my profile.
Oh, you're going to digital nomad. I think, are we going to see a digital nomad and Venture collaboration? Do you guys talk at all? I think that'd be a hell of a show.
Oh, we talk well, we've only done the me being in his streams and, talking about different possibilities.
Okay. That'd be a hell of a show. I like to see that. That's for sure.
He was one of the first ones that I really enjoyed the interaction back and forth.
Oh, thank you, James Dixon. It was Mr. Level Up that said he was in real estate. Shout out to Mr. Level Up. Yeah, believe it or not, like I say it all the time, guys. I know you heard this before. Digital nomad. When I first started creating content, he would send me some amazing articles, and I mean, he helped me out big time. I owe that dude big time. That's for sure. Digital nomad is the man. Danny Loft with the contribution. My brother with the love. Venture will be balling. He will buy the Green New Deal and medical and Medicare for all of us Americans. Hey, Venture's a good guy. You never know. Gonna buy Medicare for all of us. Welcome, General DNI. And what do we got here? What's G. Perez? Mr. Level Up is in real estate. Thank you, Perez. You're the man, my brother. Oh, thank you, Jim. I appreciate that too. What's that?
I'm like 60 people away from going over 4,000 subs.
We're gonna hit that tonight, then, guys. Guess what? Venture is 60 people away from going to 4,000 subs.
1,000 subs, yeah. That's
Here's
awesome.
the channel right here. Let me say.
That's
This is
cool. Thank you,
entertainment
guys.
purposes, not financial advice, and it's all fun. And I know everybody's got their own.
Becomes a little
opinions,
bit challenging. I'm sure
I have no
Nomad
idea.
investor knows too. Challenging to keep up with all the comments and responses, and the bigger the channel gets.
Yeah, I'm showing your channel actually in the background right now. I think I might have a better angle. Here's his channel right here, guys. XRP Venture. He did a conspiracy video right here. XRP Talk featuring, Kevin Cage. He had Kevin Cage on the show. So I think we can expect a lot of big things out of Venture. Very first live stream. And then here's the one I was talking about right here, guys. 0 to 200K in real estate in 11 months. So there's a lot of good videos on here. I think you're going to hit that Venture. I'm going to make a prediction. When we check it in the morning, you're gonna wake up to 4,000. Was it 4,000, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna wake up to 4,000 in the morning, no doubt about it. What you guys think? All please go follow Venture. All please follow Danny Loft on Twitter. Definitely, please follow Danny Loft at Danny Loft. No doubt about that. Danny's the man. Bullish
follow
100% bullish in real estate. So anything, Venture? You got anything you want to add before we get out of here? I mean. Is there anything you want to cover about your channel, about the future, about people you're going to be having on? Swell, digital asset investor on your show.
On. I will get him on. No, I just want to thank everybody for the support and the fun. It's kind of fun. It's a distraction from my normal construction day, making a video and doing these and what have you. It's really a kind of a nice change of pace. But I'm very sincere about my concern or worry that because even though I've had money, and when you're my age and you do what I do, money ebb and flows. You know, one minute you've got some, the next you don't. And, you know, if you haven't won and lost your own money, you've got more to experience in life. But I'm very serious about wanting to help people understand, you know, if they want to take their digital profits and reinvest them into, you know, Main Street to get that residual passive income through either, you know, a commercial real estate development or residential rentals or whatever. I just think it's important that, because I'm not in XRP because I have to hold XRP. I'm in XRP like any other investment. Like if I build a strip mall, I built that strip mall, I have every intention of making a crap ton of money on it. So I'm in XRP to make a crap ton of money, but
Wow.
at the same time, what I want to do is I want to get it offline and bring it to my hometown. And I want to invest in properties that will send payments to me every single month for the rest of my life, regardless of what XRP does or doesn't do, or the next gen of tech or whatever.
Exactly.
I just want that there are buildings in town that send me checks every month, regardless of what I do online.
Wow, that's amazing. And that kind of gave me a thought too, just to add to that. You know, I think a lot of these companies now in crypto are starting to do. No, I don't recommend nothing like this now, guys. But you know, like for example, you know, this is a much bigger scale. But for example, what Warren Buffett, you know, the amount of money he has invested in Bank of America, I think every year they give him like a check for I don't even know how much, and he's just living off that interest of. You know, he's living off interest off his investments. And I think that's something, guys, that I think would be great for all of us as being pioneers in the internet of value, is to meet good people like Venture, people in the community, level up studies in real estate. I know GXRP, he's out there in fiber optics. Yeah, GXRP is the man. But anyway, guys, there's a lot of good people we can meet, guys. We can learn, grow, and guess what? We're on a hell of a journey together. And we are meeting a lot of good people. Somebody said start XRP City. Damn right.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up the 50 million, tell them, Prodigy. Yeah, guys. So, Venture, one last question before we go is, so what's going to be like your schedule on your channel? Are you going to try to drop videos, you know, I know you're a busy man. You're a busy man. You know, you're going to try to drop a couple videos a week, or you're going to have maybe a certain day a week you definitely live stream, or...
I mean, there's no way I could do what you're doing. I don't have that much time. It does take a lot of time to do it. But I'm probably going to, I mean, I'll try to do it, you know, at least 3 videos a week probably is my plan.
3 videos
Yeah.
a week. Uh-oh. I'm looking forward.
Hey, unless it moons, then I got more time on my hands. And I'll be putting my real estate videos together, teaching people, you know, terminology and processes and minimum standards and
That's going to be soon. That's going to be soon. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. Yeah, that's the one thing too, guys. Like, you know, shout out to Digital Asset Investor. I couldn't believe he said, hey, CKJ, he works real hard, 2 videos a day. And I know he drops major content a day. You know, people don't realize it does take... It is time consuming trying to drop some content. So we really appreciate Venture, you balancing your work life and your, you know, now you're in the XRP community and you're giving us that amazing content. I can't thank you enough. That's for sure.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you guys big time too. Thank you, Rain. And guys, I really want to give a huge shout out to GXRP, One Rough Weekend, Handle, Tyson, everybody, guys, my mod, Spanish Fly, Tyson, just like everybody that's been here supporting, guys. Thank you guys so much. And thank you, Venture, for coming back on the show also. I mean, this is amazing. It's amazing, guys. I love having Venture on the show. The Men in Black. They say he looks like Will Smith, and some say I look like Tommy Lee. But, you know, here comes the Men in Black. And now you all forget the show. Now let me stop. Huh?
Have to be the new theme song.
Good idea. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I hope you guys have a good night. Link in the description, guys, for Ventures channel. Link in the description for this channel. The Crypto Millionaires Club. Link in the description. And somebody said something about Binance. I'm kind of curious if they had a Binance thing in there. Maybe we'll talk about that on the morning show. But another good night. GXRP, have a good night. Fatty McButterpants, Grandma Jewel, Rain, XRP, Big Dreams. Here comes that beat. Good night, GXRP. I hope you guys all have a good night. I guess for me and Will Smith and Tommy Lee, over and out. Mahalo.